Hello, how are you today? Do you want to dive into a book that might just surprise you? Whether it becomes your next favorite or one you might skip? Let's find out what readers are saying about it.
Sofes off May reads who has 31 likes says. Too long did not read. This book is absolutely stunning. Fascinating. And all the flowery words. I am obsessed with Alice and Charlie. The meaning behind the story. And every little thing. I highly recommend you pick this book up when it releases on May 6th. One Golden Summer by Carley Fortune will easily be in my top favorite books of 2025. It was remarkable. Her previous novel, This Summer Will Be Different, was one of my favorite books last year. So naturally, I knew I had to request this the minute it was on NetGalley. I truly do not know how to put into words how much I absolutely loved this book. It is one of those rare and amazing times where I become head over heels obsessed and in love with a book whilst reading it. It is such a euphoric feeling to absolutely immerse yourself in your current read and feel all the feels, and One Golden Summer did that. Carley's writing is stunning, unique, immersive, and just flat out poetic. I love her ability to make me feel engulfed straight into the story. As if I am a fly on the wall witnessing everything unravel. Her books make me long for a life I haven't even lived. If that makes sense. This book specifically made me feel a spectrum of emotions surrounding growing up and the powerful feeling that is nostalgia, which was so beautiful to experience. Surprisingly enough, I have not read every summer after, so I jumped into this book blind. Note: I immediately ordered a copy and am planning to read it ASAP. But I loved that I did because it was so fresh, fun, and interesting to see the twists and turns. Something that sticks out to me when reading Carley's books is how well she writes her characters' internal monologue and how she represents their experiences, which in turn affect how those experiences impact those around them, etc. It is just so well done. You can tell she dedicates so much time to ensuring the voice of the character is there so you can truly feel every single emotion that the characters do alongside them. Charlie Florrick and Alice Everly were both incredible characters from beginning to end. Their depth and how Carley dissected their character makeup was perfection, to say the least. It was so easy to find myself wrapped up in their love story, obviously. But it was also extremely easy to find myself in love with both of them and relating to little pieces of who they are. The characters and the atmosphere truly just jump off the page when I read Carley's novels, and this book represented that and more. By the end of this book, I needed to see what happened next but wanted to savor each and every single word. I cried, I laughed, I blushed, I swooned, everything. I also read the acknowledgements and author's note after finishing because I needed more, and wow, did it make me tear up again. Carley, you are now one of my favorite authors, and it is so special to read these stories and see how they reflect portions of your life and your favorite people and places. Good things happen at the lake. Thank you so much, Berkeley and NetGalley, for an early copy. I am now going to go plan my reread. Original review. I am broken, I am obsessed. The ending, dedication, and author's note made me tear up. What a beautiful book. Carley Fortune is easily one of my favorite authors now. What Kelsey's reading who has 24 likes says. 4.5 rounded up. For now, maybe a full 5. Carley is Sue back. And so is Charlie. This was everything I wanted it to be and is the perfect summer or spring read. It's got a summer fling. 10 out of 10 banter. Flirty texts. A summer bucket list. An adorable and feisty grandma. Steamy moments. And my favorite, a fireman's carry. And I ate it up. It was so nice to be back in Barry's Bay. To get glimpses of Sam and Percy. To get more insight into Charlie's side of things. And of course to swoon over him. He loved Alice and her journey back to loving her art. I loved how honest and relatable she was. I loved her relationship with Nan and also Nan's relationship with Charlie. It was just. My only complaint was some dreaded miscommunication that I felt could have been avoided in the book. Still would have had its drama, but overall, loved. Good things happen at the lake. Maddie the verse vixen on-off theoretical focus who has 145 likes says. Some photographs capture a moment. Others capture a life you forgot you were living. One golden summer is a shimmering love letter to memory, grief, healing, and the kind of summer that changes everything. Through the camera lens of Alice Everly, a burned-out Toronto photographer nursing a bruised heartware. Pulled into a gentle, golden swirl of lake water. Longing and rediscovery. Together, they navigate a season of bucket lists, laughter, late-night confessions, and unexpected kisses beneath the stars. But love is never simple, especially when secrets lie beneath the surface. Told with warmth, wit, and deep emotional clarity, One Golden Summer is a tender portrait of second chances, the art of being truly seen, and the shimmering, fleeting magic of a summer that changes everything. Soulful Wanderers. Alice Everly sensitive soul, burnt out lens. Big Summer of Brave. Alice is a quiet force, an artist, a perfectionist, a people pleaser with a heart full of longing. Burnt out and lost. She returns to Barry's Bay to care for her Nan and accidentally stumbles into rediscovering herself. With every photo, every dare, and every messy moment, Alice begins to believe she deserves to be seen and loved. Q. Swoony stares with Charlie and a bucket list full of bold. I used to think the photo changed my life. But maybe it just captured the moment it started. Charlie Florrick, the charming golden boy. Hiding a hurricane. On the surface? He's the life of the lake, flirty, funny, a walking wink. But inside? Charlie's scared. Of love, of loss, of not having enough time. His heart is literally fragile. And so is the armor he hides behind. Alice breaks through it, slowly, sweetly, and he has to decide if he's brave enough to love her back. You see the world so clearly, Alice. But do you ever let anyone see you? Plot recap through the frame of nostalgia. A single photograph, 3 teens. One yellow boat, and a moment suspended in time anchors the entire novel. That image becomes Alice's compass, guiding her back to Barry's Bay after her grandmother Nan's fall. But what starts as a caretaking mission blooms into a reckoning with who Alice has become and who she's still scared to be. Burnout, breakups, and big feelings. Alice's life in Toronto is peak millennial chaos. Corporate burnout, a dead-end relationship, and family dysfunction served with a side of guilt. But her retreat to Barry's Bay is no passive escapee, a slow, brave return to self. And Nan? She's the kind of wise, whiskey-witted grandmother we all deserve. Enter Charlie Florrick. Oh, Charlie, the boy in the boat. The adult version? Still golden, still infuriatingly charming, but bruised in places you don't see until the light hits just right. Their chemistry is instant, their banter electric, and their emotional push-pull? Deliciously agonizing. He cooks, he banters, he emotionally self-sabotages. It's giving sad hot handyman with layers. A bucket list to live again. Alice's summer bucket list, complete with reckless swims and bad art, brings levity and agency to her arc. Each item she checks off is less about romance and more about resurrection. Charlie is the spark, but the fire? That's all Alice. Love, loss, and the darkroom. What really lands is the novel's emotional honesty. Love here isn't a fairy tale, it's terrifying, tentative, and tethered to mortality. When Charlie's heart condition becomes a metaphor for emotional risk, the novel dares to ask, would you love someone even if you knew it might hurt? Alice says yes, and that yes feels earned. Scene stealers. Nan. Nanette Everly. Alice's badass granny. Wise, stubborn, and artsy. After a fall shakes her world, Nan teaches everyone around her that strength looks a lot like letting people in. Heather Everly loud, proud, and always right, mostly. Alice's sister and hype woman. Behind the boldness? A soft heart navigating single motherhood and her own second chance at happiness. Sam Florrick, Charlie's younger brother, doctor, and rock. The kind of guy who listens, fixes broken hearts literally and emotionally, and holds his family together with quiet love. Percy Florrick, the calm in every storm. Pregnant, patient, and full of wisdom. She's the friend you call at 2 a.m. and the reason the Florrick brothers find their way home. Nan's family chaotic, loud, loving, twins causing trouble, a sweet teen niece, and parents who mean well. They test Alice's patience and prove love is always messy and worth it. John Kolinsky, Nan's old flame and friend. His cottage holds secrets, regrets, and second chances. His story with Nan mirrors Alice and Charlie's love that dares to come back. Harrison Singh, Charlie's childhood buddy. Alice's maybe romance. Sweet, creative, safe. He's the guy who makes sense, but does he make sparks? Elise Cho, Alice's tough love mentor. Art first, always. She dares Alice to stop pleasing and start creating for herself. Tone, warm, thoughtful, a little cheeky at times. Balances emotional depth with light humor. Voice, engaging, modern, slightly literary but still casual enough to feel personal. Structure, easy to read, friendly. Strengths, poetic turns of phrase, emotional clarity, sharp character insight, and layered analysis. Plot devices, the photograph, one picture. 3 teens, a yellow boat, its memory, longing, and the reason Alice picks up her camera again. The summer bucket list, jump off the rock, kiss a guy, make bad art. A silly list turns serious and life-changing. Flashbacks, past summers meet present choices. Old wounds, first love, and everything in between come rushing back. Dialogue and banter, Alice and Charlie's flirt fights. Electric, their words cut, heal, and pull them closer. The lake and cottage, more than a setting, it's a character. A place where hearts crack open and healing begins. Foreshadowing and secrets, Charlie's hiding something. Nan too. Bit by bit, the truth surfaces, raising the stakes. Highlights for me: the lake, summer vibes, and a mix of nostalgia with fresh experiences made the setting perfect. I totally love the charm of lake life. Alice and Charlie were fantastic. I loved the glimpses of Sam, Percy, Nan, and Alice's extended family. Such an engaging cast. I devoured the book in under 24 hours. Carley's writing flowed so well, keeping me hooked and away from my phone the entire time. Best for readers who love found photographs and found selves. Intergenerational storytelling, soft boys with emotional walls and secret tenderness, women reclaiming joy, creativity, and desire. Lake cottages, pierogi making, and treehouse kisses. Final shot, a story worth capturing by the final frame. One Golden Summer isn't just a romance, it's a portrait of legacy, memory, and becoming visible in your own life. Alice and Charlie's love is beautiful, but it's Alice's transformation from invisible to incandescent that lingers. It's the kind of novel you finish with a sigh and a smile, the kind you want to press into the hands of your best friend while whispering, this is the one. A warm, tender summer read with just enough ache to keep you up past midnight. For fans of every summer after beach read, and that one photo you can't delete. It's about risking softness, daring to love when it's scary, and choosing joy over perfection. And by the end, you'll want to jump in that lake too. -3.5. Not every summer glows golden, but this one shimmered just enough. Eden Yonas, who has 181 likes, says, I read the last 300 pages of this in one sitting. I literally could not put it down. I didn't realize just how much I needed Charlie and Alice's story until I started this book and was like, this is quite necessary. Thank you, Mrs. Fortune. But all jokes aside, I loved this one so much. It was so tender, so sweet, so stunning. Her books make me want a lake house. 4.5 edit. Crucial info alert. I cried. My head hurts. Jace, who has 35 likes, says, Carley, the woman that you are. Wow, I loved every second of this book and truly believe this is going to be the summer read of 2025. The tension and banter between our sweet and flirty Charlie and the daring new FMC Alice was absolute perfection. Not only did the romance have me giggling and kicking my feet, but the sweet storyline between Alice and her grandmother was so tender. Carley Fortune has become an auto-buy author for me, and I truly can't wait for you all to revisit Barry's Bay and melt into this book. Thank you so much, NetGalley, for this arc.